What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook family? It's your boy Elthemio Falcon. Y'all give me a couple of seconds. Sorry for going late. I couldn't be on 11:11, but I'm here at 11:44. Give a little time for some people to get on so I can share with you some things and express them the way that I express them, the way that I'm deep, where I get my joy unspeakable. So I figured I shouldn't stop. Why stop? Some people are different. Some people are deep. Some people are shallow. The way I am is the way that I am. And I want to speak to you about being the way that you are is the way that you are, to have a joy unspeakable, you know, and to explain to you why it's important that we don't forget our first love, to have joy unspeakable. That's the tip I'm going to give you. It's going to come from don't forget your first love to obtain joy unspeakable. So I'm going to give it like 2 minutes to see if some people are going to get on here. If not, it's going to be recorded. Y'all please forgive my background so it'll off, but I'm out here in the country visiting my family. God bless me to be able to see my family that I haven't seen in 33 years exactly. So I work with me a little bit. So once again, I'm gonna give a little time for everybody to get on. And my topic today I want to speak about is joy unspeakable. So for y'all who don't know me, my name is Elthemio Falcon, Eutimio Falcon, also known as Triple Stack. I'm one of the leaders here in Smart System where we work smarter and not harder. So all concepts and all ways of us adapting and conducting things is a smarter way, not a harder way. So being that this has become a part of my life, I you know what? Let me slow down. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a little time for people to get on. I'm gonna give it like 2 or 3 minutes for everybody to get on. But yeah, I'm out here in ATL. I love it out here in ATL. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. I see it's a lot of little things going on in the little corners, but I like it. Other than that, I like the vibe. I love the vibe. Maybe I start there with it. I got out here, and for everybody who knows me, everywhere I go, I talk that mess. I talk about the things that I'm invested in. I talk about the things that's on my heart. So I get out, and I get out the airport. And when I get outside, they got a box. But for some reason, my mind clicked different. When I looked over to it, I seen that everybody was standing inside the box. But there's nothing that's saying no law or anything that says that if I want to, vape or something or that I have to stand inside a box. So I'm standing outside of the box, but I'm looking at the people inside of the box. And when the guy looks at me, he tells me, yo, you got to stand inside of the box. And you know me, everybody who knows me, I'm big on changing the way that I think about things and how I visualize stuff. Yeah, I am deep. Hey, you shallow, but I am deep with the things and how I perceive things. But and I'm like, and that's how I started. And I started speaking and saying, that's the problem with our people, that everybody is convinced that we have to be in the box. And if we're not in the box or in the box together, then you consider that we are not the same, that I am breaking the rules. When there's nothing with foundation saying that I should be in that box with you. So through all these things, I like to ponder on my journeys. I like to ponder on the adventures that I go on. And from there, I went on to speak about, the things that I like to do and how I'm big. The same way that I speak to y'all, I speak to people in the street and how I'm big on changing the way that people think. And the dude was like, when he spoke, he didn't seem like he was looking at me with much interest. But when he spoke with a passion. Like he was like, yo, he was like, yo, we need that. We ain't got nobody in the hood to teach us that, man. Like, that's what you got to do. Like, you got to go to the hood. Like, we need that. And I was like, man. And then it touched me a little different. Then I looked to the left and I looked to the right. I see everybody shiny. I see what people is talking about. And this is me. Because right now in my life, I'm on a journey. I'm on a mission. What I speak is real. I can say that about myself today. So why would I deny a joy that's unspeakable? Why stop? We have to learn how to not to be adapted to these systems that they want you to adapt to. There's some things that you don't have to do. Most people don't know that it's only done because you do it. If you don't want to wear a mask, you don't have to wear a mask. Airports and places is different. But in the store, you don't have to wear a mask. There's nobody in the store. You don't want to have your mask on. There's no law. But if you do it, you have to do it. If you sign, look, a lot of people didn't know about IRS. If you sign the form, then you have to pay taxes. From the first time you sign, you lock yourself. Everything is bonded. The world is created over systems that want to bond you. Smart systems is a system that wants to loosen you so you can be able to be you and not be connected to things that only thing that they want to do is take over your life, take over and control your family, take over and control your heart and your mind. So why would you neglect a joy that's unstoppable and not take the tools that's been given to you? Take the tools that we're trying to give here and take the tools that people have that they're trying to build you up in. Sometimes we can tend to be people that can judge the next person. When you get into communities, that's how I got connected with a lot of people. When I got into communities and I started to connect with people and see where I can be useful or I could find something that was useful. And that's where I learned from. That's a concept of being smarter and not working harder. Putting yourself in a position to where things will be lined up to where it will be easier. Not wasting your time every day, putting yourself in a position where things become harder. Because sometimes we do that. You don't have to have instant gratification, right? Things don't need to happen right away. All the time, they don't happen right away. But that doesn't mean that you stop and you get discouraged. You still do the things and take the steps to put things in place because when that does fall, then that means that the system, the smart system, is already adapted. And it makes it a little bit easier because then you can put things on autopilot. Most people think I'm sleeping, but I'm not sleeping. I listen, I do, I create. This is where your joy is going to come from. I always say it's time to pay attention to us, to get connected with us. So now I feel it's a time to get connected with us and build ourselves up. I thought about it. Now I think a little bit different. Before, when I got into situations, I was like, I need to help these people. I need to do something about it. I got to do something about it. And I would do it, boom, and it was all I had, and I would give it, and I would leave. But now I can't help it because of some of the people that I'm connected with in smart systems. That now I just be thinking a little bit different. The people that I connect myself with, I keep myself with, they talk to me, and I think a little different. So now I'm thinking about, okay, I want to bless these people with like $5,000 so they could be helped in this area. You know what? Then I need to make about at least 20 grand to make sure that I'm okay. Because that's what I've learned. I've learned that. I actually learned that on this trip within talking to certain people, talking to my pastor and stuff like that, and connecting with people, because that's important, connecting with people. That's what I mean by the part, why stop? Don't stop. I don't know why I feel this on my heart, but that's big. The journey's not easy. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. But the smart thing for you to do is not stop when you don't get the instant gratification that you want or you get instant results. It doesn't always look good in the beginning. It doesn't always look comfortable or feel comfortable in the beginning. But don't let that stop you. Don't let that joy that's unstoppable fall. You want to get that going up. Enhance that. Give fuel to that. Feed that. Because your work won't be void. It won't. It won't be unseen. I've learned that. In the back time, sometimes I don't do certain things, but I'm always creating, I'm building. And I listen to these people like Lee. I used to follow Leah before when they used to do this thing for like 90 days. And I learned that, I started to make a lot of videos. And one day I went back and I looked at my videos and I was looking at my videos and it was like when I was talking to people, like out there in the street, this is 100% facts. When I was talking to people, I was able to go through my phone. I was like, look, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. And the same story that I was telling was on my phone. And it did something different. That's smarter, not harder. So I just want to keep it nice and simple. Why neglect that joy that's unstoppable? That joy that's unstoppable. You know that feeling that you get when you haven't even got somewhere? That feeling that you get when you can just see a vision of the great things that you have the potential. I can't even say where you're going to get because everybody doesn't get there because it just gets stuck in their mind and they don't do nothing about it. Some people want to be the harder and not smarter, but we don't do that here. So always continue to prepare yourself. Always know that everything you're doing is not for you. The things that you dream of, the things that you have on your heart that you would love, they're not for you. It might not look sweet all the time. But why neglect the joy that's unstoppable? Because I guarantee you, And if you just keep pushing a little harder when you want to give up, if you keep pushing a little harder when you feel like, you know what, I got all these things going on, I can't do this, you know what, maybe you might not be able to give enough time to it. You can give a little bit of time to it. Don't neglect that joy that's unstoppable. And if you don't feel a joy that's unstoppable right now, I'm telling you that you can feel a joy that's unstoppable. I always say that I am that evidence. I am triple stacked for that reason. Not because I got a lot of money or I'm able to produce money or I just have resources where to get money for reasons that I need when I need. No, I feel I'm triple stacked because I'm not going to let nothing stop me. I said that before, but I continue to say it now because it's a little different. Now I'm serious about it. I'm serious about it. I want to be the same. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I said I'm going to do. And that's what I'm going to do. So if you had a vision, if you had a feeling in your heart, if you had a moment that you felt that you deserve, that you would love to be in a certain place that you envision that you and your family deserve, why stop? Because that's where the joy unstoppable is. Even if it doesn't feel like that, at that moment, you feel and you believe that you can accomplish that. Don't neglect that joy that's unstoppable. Why stop? Be top flight. If it's not top flight, it's not right. Don't forget your first love. Don't forget where you come from. I'm real big because I have a lot of ex friends that was in the business and they get money and people change. Nah, be humble and go for that joy that's unstoppable. That's smarter and not harder. That's what you should do. Push a little harder. There's people out there who need you, believe it or not. I've learned that. I didn't know that. I didn't take so much value to myself like people would tell me that they can see. I just thought it was right to do it. But there's people out there who need you too. There's a reason why your story happened. But if your story got you where you at, don't forget when you get where you at that it was your first love that got you where you was at, which was that passion. I spoke to a lot of people in the event that you just had. It was a beautiful event. If you didn't make it, I advise you to make it to the next one because it was so different than me because it was something that was more personal. I didn't even know how to really deal with it because I didn't expect it to be in that way where it was personal with everybody, that everybody came with their hearts. They didn't come with the flesh. They came with their hearts that I didn't know. I don't know. I would say stuff, weird stuff, but I just, it was an impact for me to meet people with such a lightness in life and have been through the same situation. People have accomplished things and situations that don't look like they can be accomplished. So why stop that joy that's unstoppable? Huh? I'm sorry if some people feel a certain way about me. Who cares? That's how you should think. Because what makes you happy is what's important. Because what makes you happy, if it makes you happy, you do good things, you radiate, it makes your kids happy, it makes your family happy. And when you go around, you just have something that makes people happy. I don't know who I'm speaking to. This is really from my heart. I kind of went a little left with it. But I'm a firm believer that, I don't want to ever speak what I am going through because of my emotions and let my emotions come out of my mouth or something. And I like to follow the things of God. So God bless you. Y'all know my motto. It's not right if it's not top flight. First thing first, never stop. And attack that joy that's unstoppable. Because there's nothing better than that. I've done that without having certain thing that most people have, and everything has been supplied. That joy unstoppable is a blessed joy. Go for it. There's no better way, than the top flight for it. That's triple stack all day, every day. Once again, this is your boy El Tino Falcon, and for y'all who are not Latino, the English people, because everybody asks me, my name is Eutimio Falcon. One of the leaders here at Smart System where we work smarter and not harder. We get focused and not deal with the hocus pocus. But we don't play games or things that consist of names. That's how I feel like a poet today. I've been on some poetry stuff out here. It's raining. I got the feeling going all good. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Get focused. God bless y'all. and never stop running to that joy that's unstoppable. Peace. Love y'all.